Guys, welcome back. Hope you're all doing very well. This will be a follow-up video to my previous video that I did, and in this one we're going to go over how to make your character stronger, not just level them up from 1 to 200. Now there's a multitude of ways, but before we get into that, please remember to hit the subscribe button if you guys do enjoy the content or if you find it helpful. It really does help me out quite a lot, and yeah, I've been doing this for quite a while. Subscriber count is still a little bit low, but you know what? It is what it is. So hopefully you guys will support me in receiving the knowledge that I give you. So first of all, just saw a little bit of a switch up. I'm just going to do my free spin here real quick and maybe hit the banner once. The new banner that's in, the Christmas night one. Got a bunch of soul orbs from logging in. So yeah, no surprise there. Free banner doesn't give anything ever. So that is not new. Yeah, let's do one of these. Maybe I'm lucky and I get one of the 3 new units. But I doubt it. My luck sucks in this game. Oh, never mind. I got a Sane. Okay. Well, that's very nice. I'm pretty sure she's actually the good one out of the lot. Yeah, she has a crystal jewel drop thing. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. Anyways. So, let's go over how to get your character stronger. Now, as I stated in the intro, it is not just getting a character from 100 to 200. That's only going to get your character as strong. So there's a multitude of ways. Now there is accessories, which I'm going to go over first, which is much more attainable and easier to get. However, there's a little bit of tricky situations with them as well. Then you get link slots. Then you get super link slots, and then you also get your Transcendence. Now, out of these, Transcendence is by far your most expensive option because it actually increases your base value of your stats. Base value means that if my attack is 873 and I do increase this all the way up to 500, I'm going to get a bonus 450 attack to this value. And then it's going to scale extra with accessories. So that's why it's so expensive, because it scales off of a stat that's already increased. It's not a stat that comes in afterwards. It scales off of the base value. So let's get into accessories real quick. Now take note, I'm pretty sure if you are watching this video you already noticed this, but there is 5 different types of attributes in the game. You get technique, heart, power, speed, and mind. Now just, you know, go by color if it's easier for you, but whatever the case might be. Now for each and every single one of these attributes, there's also matching accessories, as you can see here. So I'm just going to clear my filters because it is what it is. So as you can see, each and every single accessory also has its own attribute. Now if you match this up with the correct character's attributes, so let's say I'm going to use her as an example. She's gonna like a placeholder for me right now. So let's say you go into her accessories. So you go to augment, then you go to accessories. Now of course, let's take this as an example. If I put in a accessory that is not matching the color, so I put in a green accessory, I'm not getting a bonus to the accessory. As you can see here, this one is a 50% now. There's no odd looking numbers. If you put in a matching color accessory onto your unit, it will double the effect of that accessory. So now all of a sudden I have a 100% chance to hit hidden enemies instead of a 50% chance. Okay. Now in the beginning of the game, you're not going to have these accessories. They are very difficult to grind for. They actually, there's an event that comes in like I think 3 or 4 times a year. It was in just recently, unfortunately. And it's called the Brawl event. Now in that event, that is where you farm your brushes, your editing brushes, to reroll the second effect, and I'll show you guys that in a second. So when you are actually kitting out your character, be sure to always look for matching accessories. As she's a purple character, she's a heart character, I will filter according to heart. Boom. So all of these I know already matches up with her, so I will get double the usual effect. However, there's also some accessories that are exclusive to certain affiliations, like the wooden sword. Only Soul Reapers, Captains, and Squad Zeros can actually benefit from this sword. Now there's also, you're looking at stuff like, where is the Hagoku? find one. Oh, here we go. So this is a classic teacup. Aronkas and Espadas gain 30% bonus SP. Well, actually, that one is base. Sorry, my apologies. 50% bonus SP. So that is something that you would want to equip. Especially since, you know, if it's a SP character, you put it on. If it's a attack character, you would put on something like a Chappie. Since Chappies actually is the base slot for attack characters. So there's a multitude of ways to build your characters. However, I'm going to show you guys basically the best way to build them. Now, once again, this is extremely high end. I know for a fact you guys are not going to have all the accessories. You're not going to have the perfect rolls on them. So, yeah. But this is ideally the way you would want to build your characters. You would want to have... where the hell is my actual characters? Hang on. Give me a second. We don't have my first slot. Okay, here we go. So 8th anniversary Ichigo over here. As you can see, he is a Soul Reaper. And as thus, all my accessories that I put on him will be Soul Reaper accessories. Now, this is pretty much your bread and butter setup for Soul Reapers. If they are SP characters, if they're attack characters, it's a different setup. I'll show you guys that in a second. So this is pretty much your bread and butter setup. This is what you're going to go for. It's a Lieutenant's Badge, resurrectable if you can get it to that. The point event actually gives you quite a bit of the hammers and stuff like that now to be able to get that. So that is very good. The fortification pull, which is very rare in my opinion, but of course your luck may be different. And then these. So these are the 50% SP items. I know you guys are not going to have these. They are uber rare accessories, okay? They are on par with the golden Chappies, golden Yukis, and golden Popples. So they are extremely rare accessories. So instead of having the 50% SP, I would say, if you can, a golden Yuki that is resurrected, so you have no negative on it. A golden Yuki that is resurrected. If you don't have that, a normal Yuki that is resurrected will also be a very good slot. And if you really cannot do that, then anything really that boosts your attack. A Shinji cap will help you out tremendously as well. Although I'm not sure how you get these anymore, the hunting caps, because they took out the accessory mission, which is kind of odd. But yeah, so there's a multitude of ways that you can build your character, but just make sure to always match up what your main attack attribute is. When I say attack, let me rephrase that. Main damage attribute is, and then build for that. Now, how do you get these accessories stronger? Well, that is also very simple, actually. The game does a very poor explanation of it, to be honest, and I think it kind of sucks that you can't really farm these items. You need to wait for events, which is, you know, it is what it is, but yeah. So let's go to a 4-star accessory. I'm just going to do a random one because I have more than enough materials. So, a 4-star accessory, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star. Okay, now the 2 stars, 1 stars, and 3 stars work a little bit differently when it comes to leveling them up. However, I'm not going to cover this in this video. I'm just going to be going over 4 stars and then of course 5 stars, because that is where you're going to invest most of your materials. And with the point events and such, you get enough tickets to get 4-star and 5 stars. So there's no real reason to actually invest in 1, 2, and 3-star accessories whatsoever. So how this works is you have a accessory. You click on strengthen if you want to do it manually, and you go to hearts. Now these hearts are quite difficult to obtain. You're going to get them mostly from farming the point event. Or if there's different events in, of course you're going to get them from there. So I have quite a bit of hearts. It's due to the brawl event that I farmed quite a bit ago. Some people have much more hearts than me, of course. I'm not, this is like my 17th account. So yeah. You can use your hearts to power up your accessories. Now you can also use, if you want to, you can use fodder accessories. So let's say you have ample amounts of these accessories, you can use them as fodder as well to level up your stuff. However, do be careful that you don't accidentally consume something that you wanted to keep. Because like I said, accessories are rare. Good ones. Now, I would also recommend that you guys do in fact keep at least 2 of every single accessory. Because there's going to be certain teams that you're going to be building that's going to require 2 accessories of the same color. So you need like 2 of these swords, you need 2 of these, etc., on a color. So in total, you'd have 10 wooden swords then, in theory. If you don't want to do it like that, that's fine. But just for future and stuff like that, be sure to have doubles like I'm building. It really helps out a lot, especially when it comes to brave battles, guild quests, and just generally. It's much more practical. So you can also pick multi-power up, and then you can just say you want to max this thing out 4-star, and you can say strengthen. You can say power up to 5-star level 1, then it will automatically use your dust that you have and your book. Now I'm going to be honest, since they removed the accessory quest, I'm not sure where you farm these. However, you can buy them monthly from the coin shop, and I'll show you guys that in a second as well. And then you can also say 5-star power up, so then we'll take it from level 4, well, not level 4, a 4-star level 1 all the way to a 5-star max level. So in the interest of this video, I'm not going to do it, but this is what the end result's going to be. It's going to be one of these, like it's going to look like this, you know. Then if you want to further increase your accessories power, you can say reroll second effect. As you can see here, there's 2 effects on this wooden sword. Your upper effect, the top one, is always its inherit effect. Like 4-star, as you can see, that's the same effect, it's just weaker than my 5-star. However, the second effect you can reroll. Now, of course, this being a normal attack damage benefit accessory, you're going to want to reroll for normal attack. So you're going to be using these editing brushes. These go very quickly. I can guarantee you that now. If you're extremely unlucky, you can spend upwards to 400 on a single accessory just trying to get the correct stat that you want. But regardless, so you say reroll secondary effect, then it's going to pop up this menu over here. Okay, secondary effect. Cool. I'm going to use 50 brushes for this, just for the sake of maybe getting it. Okay, then I click on reroll, then another menu is going to pop up. Now here you can say set lottery conditions. Then you can select, I want attack, because this is a normal attack boosting accessory, so you want attack on it. Always attack. If it's a normal attack boosting accessory, you want attack on it. And the effect, you can say 20 or 30%. Now, how this works is, let's say you use 100 brushes, okay? But you put the effect to 20%. It's going to stop at whatever brush got you that 20%. So let's say you used 10 brushes to get 20% on the attack. It's only going to consume 10 brushes. However, let's say you gone and you put attack 30% and it stopped at brush 80. It's going to consume 80 brushes, but it will still get you that 30% effect. Now I'm going to do 30% because I want this thing to be perfect. And the chances of me getting this is very low because my luck sucks in this game, but maybe it won't be this bad. So then you see it's going to spin. I actually got it within 50 brushes. I actually got it on 50. So it consumed 30 of my brushes to get me this attack plus 15, 30% if you put it on the correct attribute. So as you can see, these are all the other effects that I got out of that 30 brush spin that I just did. But of course, we want this one. That is the max. So I'm going to confirm it, and then you will see it is now a perfect wooden sword for my Soul Reapers. There's no way to get these stronger right now. Maybe in future they will add in the evolve option like some of these do. But for now, they cannot be evolved. So that is that. So accessories are covered. I'm not going to go further into accessories. That's how you get your character stronger. Now, there are quite a bit of accessories that actually benefit you outside of making your character stronger. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to go over... Actually, no, I'm not done with accessories yet. Let's go over some other accessories. So, you have things for... let me go back to my accessories. There's certain accessories in this game that buff your coin drop rate, which is very... if I can get into there you go. Which is very important if you're farming for coins, because it's quite a significant amount actually. So let's go to the coin drop rate. Where are they? Okay, here we go. These watches. Now per color, so orange, purple, green, blue, and red, you're going to want to have a 5-star, you're going to want to have a 4-star and a 3-star. And the reason for that being, you can actually put in a team of 3 units and then use all 3 accessories on all 3 of them. I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So you go to your power up quests, and if you guys remember in the last video, I showed you guys where to farm coins. So when you do farm coins, you want to of course have the correct coin setup. And one very easy way to get quite a bit more of coins is by running a team like this. All 3 of these characters already have an innate increase to coin drops. Then I have these accessories equipped as well on every single one of them, except her, because that's a special event thing. So just imagine I actually have 3 watches on her, and then yeah, as you can see there. So that already gives you a massive buff. Then of course my links also give me extra coin drops, and extra coin drops. So overall I'm getting a lot more extra coins. I'll show you guys that now. So on Menina's alone, I'm getting 198% bonus coins on her alone. Then Rangiku, I'm probably running around about the same, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, 178, and then Gin should be around about the same as Rangiku actually. I don't think he should be much lower. Oh, 164. Okay. So as you can see, I'm running massive amount of bonus coin drop. That's why I get like 44 million a run. Okay. So that is something just to keep in mind, that these watches actually benefit you a lot because you don't need to spend as many tickets to grind your coins. Now, with accessories out of the way. Actually, no, wait, hang on. Accessories aren't out of the way yet. I'll show you guys something else. Brave battles. I'm sure you guys have seen them. You've heard of them. You've at least dabbled in them, etc, etc. I'm back to rank 10 because I do not do brave battles anymore. Now here you want to build your characters very differently. Let me actually use Ishin here. Not Ishin, Sergeant. There you go. Anyways, so for brave battles, your go-to accessories are going to be pretty much the golden chappy, and then a guitar for defense or whatever you want, okay? Now I have them set up like this. If I had another golden chappy, I would actually go for a full defense setup, but this is the setup that I use. This is going to be a bread and butter. There's no real debate when it comes to what to run in a team when it comes to brave battles. It's chappy and a guitar pretty much all the time, if you can. It's just how it is. And then for your links, it's probably going to be defense, damage taken reduction links. But yeah, I'm not going to get into brave battles. Maybe I'll do an entire video covering brave battles on its own, because it's a very hit or miss system. I hate brave battles, really. I do. Okay, so that is whatever. Now, next up, which is something that is also very affordable and easy to do right off the bat. Another way to get your characters stronger is by linking other characters to them. But for that to happen, you need to have link slot levels. Now, let's go over to my, where was she? There we go. I don't know why I'm using Kirichi for everything, but it is what it is. Go. So, you see the link slot and Transcendence tab. So if you click on that, it's going to pop you up with a menu. So now you can do link slot levels, bonus abilities, which is unlocked at level 15 and 20 of your link slots, and then Transcendence slots. Transcendence we'll cover much later in this video. So link slot levels. This is where you use a resource called link slot potions. As you can see there, I have 121,000 heart link slot potions. Now, one level here, they have 3 link slots, okay? As you can see, there's 3 slots that you can each individually level up, or you can say multi-power up. And then it will do all 3 equally. Okay, so it's gonna look like it's gonna cost you more, but it's not gonna cost you more, trust me. So you click on multi-power up, then you'll see it takes 150 link slot potions to get all 3D slots at level 1. Now this can go all the way up to level 20, then it starts to get expensive. So for now, I would suggest that if you're especially just fresh in the game and you really like a character that's like really strong and kind of meta, get them up to link slot level 10 as soon as possible. And I mean all 3 of slots. Okay? And the reason for that is just, it's the most optimal to get them there real quick. It's just, it is. Okay? And it's not that expensive. It takes 2,250 link slot potions. And it takes 3.7 million coin, which is not a lot at all in this game. So trust me, that's not an expensive thing to do. So I'm gonna get her free slots all the way up to 10. You can see you'll get a little cutscene, blah blah blah. Okay. As you can see, now her level is actually red, orange-ish type color. Just a nice little thing to show you that, oh, okay, cool, you got a little bit stronger. Okay. Now that you actually have link slot levels, each one of these can now inherit a specific percentage of a linked character's stats. Now, the way I explain that now is very complex. So I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So now, instead of accessories, you go to character link. Now, once again, I have 3 slots here. You can, in theory, if you wanted to, you can link anybody to it. Okay? Strong attack, damage, recharge. Actually, that's a poor example because it was the right color. Here we go. Got red. So, since she is a normal attack character, you wouldn't link strong attack to her. Okay? The thing that you would link to a normal attack character is this normal attack damage. That's pretty much the only thing you're going to link to a normal attack character that you don't use for brave battles. Okay? So, if I link Grimjar to her, she's going to have an extra 30% bonus normal attack damage in-game. However, as you can see, Grimjar is the wrong color. Grimjar is actually a speed character. She is a hard character. So that means I do not get bonus stats from him. I still get that bonus damage, but I don't get bonus stats. So if I go to purple, and I see red server here, which has a normal attack damage 30%, you can see I'm going to inherit some of her stats. Now, focus is the only stat that you cannot inherit from another character, because focus goes up really high, and it's going to break the game if we ever can inherit it, so that's why it's not plausible to inherit focus. But as you can see, I'm going to get a bonus of 241 HP, 79, geez, dyslexic much, 79 defense, and then 133 SP. We don't care about SP because this character will have chappies on, etc, etc. But anyways, so I put that on, and then you see my stats increase. Let's look for another normal attack damage character. Here we go, a Kisuke and a Shinji. Okay, cool. Awesome. So that alone is going to give me an extra 80% normal attack damage, which is then going to go on top of all of this. Okay. So she would actually have like 1.4k, well, okay, 1.5k attack. Now that damage is not exactly the same amount as what she's going to do in game, because there's a lot of different things that actually come into account, blah 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 blah. But as you can see, she has a bunch of bonus stats now because I actually linked 3 characters to her. Now, of course, if you increase this, right now, each link gives you 20% of their stats. If you increase this, every single level is going to give you a little bit more, as you can see. 20%, 21% to level 11, and so on and so forth. So if I'm going to put her all the way up to level 15 with her link slots, which I'm going to do for the sake of this video. I don't even know if she's a good character. Okay. Now I used something called super link slots, as you can see, and droplets. Droplets is a currency that you guys should be familiar with by now, by just farming your resources for crystals and stuff like that. You get them to drop from that Cons Bonanza event. Link slot potions, I'll show you guys where to farm them, and then super link slot potions. Now these are a little bit more rare, but recently they made an update to the game where you can actually farm them consistently. In single player, you do not need to rely on co-op buddies whatsoever. But yeah, so what I did now is I put her up to 15, 15, 15. And that, of course, not only gave me bonuses to my stats. As you can see, I'm nearly at 2k attack now. It also gave me the ability to apply a bonus ability, as you can see here. So at 15, 15, 15 link slot levels, you will get the opportunity to apply a bonus ability, and then at 20, 20, 20 as well. I'm not going to take her up to 20 just because she's not a meta character. I don't think she is. So I'm not going to waste my resources on that. But you do get the opportunity to set a ability. Now, this will already filter out all the abilities that you have on this character. So if I like freeze resistance, she doesn't have much, clearly. She already has that. So anything else that I put on her will be a benefit towards her. However, attack. More attack. If your character is a normal attack character, more attack. If your character is a SP character, put more SP on them. And then if you want 20, 20, 20, put focus on them. Really, it's really that simple. There's no other choices, really. Brave Battles is a little bit different. But in general, if your character is an attack character, attack. And then focus. And so on. So always. It's just as a battle of stats, really. Sorry guys, I had to actually pause the recording there. I had to do something IRL, so if there's like a weird moment of silence in it, it's because of the, well, pausing of the recording. Anyways, so that is basically what you're going to do in terms of your bonus abilities, and the way that you can easily gauge it is by this. Going to recommend you your main attack or damage attribute first, and then the second one will pretty much always be focus. But yeah, so where do you get these link slot potions that I'm talking about? Well, normal link slot potions you can once again get from power up quests. Now these are very, I want to say they're easy, but once again, my character's a little bit stronger. Yeah, that's a lie. I know my character's a lot stronger. So yeah, let's go with this one. As you can see here, my link slot training grounds. I have not done these actually whatsoever, but I have done this one. Now, how this works is, if you want link slot potions for, let's say, purple, you're going to be going in with a orange only team. You cannot bring in other characters. And the reason for that is just to give you a force advantage over the enemies pretty much. And the reason is for there's certain characters that have a bonus drop rate for potions, but it's only to the opposite attribute that they counter. So like here, I can only bring in purple for orange link slot potions. So just remember that. It's always the counter to the other one. So let me name you the counters real quick. Blue counters red. Red counters green. Green counters blue. And orange and purple counter each other. So that's why you'd see those two are intertwined with each other. There, you can only bring red in for green, you can only bring green in for blue, and then you can only bring blue in for red. But anyways, so this is how it looks. Once again, relatively simple quest. And I'll go over also characters that you can actually use for this in terms of having bonus link slots, drop rate, etc, etc. So for some reason my clearance history on this is absolutely abysmal. I think I didn't really farm this, but yeah, so I'm just going to use an extremely basic setup with Noel from Burn the Witch. I have not watched the anime. I do plan on watching it, but Crunchyroll just has like 4 of the episodes, which is weird. But yeah, so very simple quest. I'm on O2. Yeah, I'm on O2. Just basically a bunch of rabble. They're not very high level. What are they? Level 100. In this game, it's not that high. You get upwards to level 400 enemies now, and some of the limit break quests. So yeah, very easy to clear if you have a decent character. Like Noel is extremely decent character. I know that she's not rated as one of the better characters because she has Frenzy +1, but she has a dual status element and a vortex, so it's not that much of a issue. Just nuke everybody, and yeah, so I'll show you guys this in a second. So every time you clear these quests, you're going to receive droplets for the color that you're farming, link slot potions, and rainbow link slot potions. Now rainbow link slot potions is exactly what you think it might be. You can use them on any color, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's how you get link slot potions. It is in your power up quests. It is always available for you to farm link slot training grounds. That is where you get them, that's where you farm them. Okay, Then you get link slot trials. Okay, let me retry that one. It's very late at night. Link slot trials. There you go. That sounds much better. These award you super link slots. Now, these are a little bit more difficult and require your character to actually be 10, 10, 10. So they are a quite bit more difficult. I'll show you guys this in a second. But let's quickly just go and check characters that actually give you bonus link slots. Now, there's actually quite a bit of them. If we go into the album, you can filter according to characters that give you bonus link slot potions. Like everything else, the album is your friend, really. Please remember to use your album. Now, there are certain characters that actually give you, as a link, when you link the character, you get that bonus from them. They give you bonus link slot potions, like these characters. Now, these characters, once again, if you link them to a character, you will get more potions to drop. Okay, so just keep that in mind. There are certain characters like that. Then you can see they're all on different colors. They are actually relatively new. Well, relatively new, like 2 years. But yeah, so some of them actually are on the soul trait itself, which is not bad at all. You can actually just link them. And then some of them have the skill increased link slot potions. Where is it? There we go. Increased link slot potions. So here you will see you have a lot more options to choose from when it comes to increased link slot potions. Now, of course, some of these characters actually have plus 10 link slots that they give. Like, oh, okay, well, Isana is one of them. Like now actually gives plus 10, as you can see, because she's also a link plus 5, so that counts as plus 10 in total. So you have quite a few characters here. So always remember to check your album to see what characters you have, what characters you don't have, what characters you need to pull for if you are looking at grinding link slot potions. However, I'm going to be honest, don't grind link slot potions. Do the achievement system for your link slots and your super pots as well. You don't ever need to grind for potions in this game. Ever. You don't need to grind for them. Ever. This achievement system, this one at the bottom right, this one that gives you daily link slot potions for just spending 5 tickets and having the correct stuff upgraded. For having these upgraded, where is that? Link slots. Here we go. I get 1,500 of each link slot potion every single day. That's a lot. That's a hell of a lot of potions. There's absolutely no reason for you to farm potions in this game. So I even get 500 spots, super potions, and normal potions, 1,500 of each. That is more than enough. Trust me, you're not going to be needing to farm potions whatsoever. However, I'm giving you the tools to do it if you do want to farm them. Now, for spots. Let's go over to the super link slot potions. They are also in the power up. They're right below the training grounds. And yeah, so I've done them all. Let's go with red. Actually, let's go with green. Why not? Okay. So prepare for quest. Now, like I said, this is quite a bit more difficult. And there are 2 reasons for it. One, if you click on rules, characters with 15 link slot level. So your character need to be at least 5, 5, 5, not 10, 10, 10. I had that wrong. My apologies. Then enemies in this mode have iron skin. So all the super link slot quests, enemies will have iron skin. What does that mean? Well, I'll show you guys in a second. So I'm just gonna log in with this setup. She's actually my spot runner. So yeah. So let's quickly do this. So iron skin is basically a added defense to enemies. And the only way you can break it is by either proccing a status element on them. So you need to have a status element character, like she is. As you can see, I have weaken on my character here. Or you need a character that pierces iron skin, as you can see there. So if I switch to Yumichika again, you will see guard break plus pierce iron skin. Okay. So in other words, he completely ignores iron skin. It doesn't affect him whatsoever, which is very nice. Now, there's like her. She's not going to do much against his enemies, as you can see. I'm getting quite lucky actually with my status element procs, but as you can see, she's not doing much. Okay. There, I proc the status element. His iron skin is gone. You can see it right below his level. Now that will actually come back up. There you can see, came back up. So the enemies take a significant amount of reduction in terms of damage when they do have iron skin. So somebody like Null, which has increased chance to proc status elements, are perfect for these. And she's just very strong. There's certain characters that are just so damn strong it doesn't matter. So yeah. But if I use Michiko, I completely ignore the iron skin. It has no effect on him. However, he is an absolute trash can of a character and I hate him, so yeah, we're just gonna stick with Null. Now, as well, you'll see there's environmental hazards on the floor. If your character doesn't have any status element immunity like she has, your character is gonna get poisoned or shocked or whatever it is. So just be mindful of that. These are some of the more difficult quests to run in the game. So if you can do it comfortably, you know, you're in a good space. I'm just gonna actually special move this room because this room is extremely large. I actually need to invest more into this Null. She's so damn good for spot running and just general farming, to be honest. She's really good. Yeah, anyways, so that is your basics when it comes to where to farm, how to farm, etc. when it comes to the spots. It's very late at night, please excuse me. Okay, so anyways, as you can see, you do get normal potions here as well. It is not worth it to run the normal potions whatsoever. You get almost more potions just doing it this way. Because if you're going to be farming spots, why the hell would you, you know, separate the two? Just do this if you want normal potions as well. You get much more in the way of droplets, you get spots, potions, and sometimes even double drop rate, which is just insane. So if you want to farm, just do spots. Really, it is by far the best. You can even link and have in characters that give you bonus potions, and it will increase your potion drop rate. So then you'll get like 30 and then like 35 spots, etc. So play around with it, see how it works for you, but just don't wait. Honestly, I'm giving you guys the tools to farm normal potions, but between the achievement system and farming spots, there's no real reason to actually farm potions, like whatsoever. Okay. So now that that is out of the way, now I'm going to be talking about the most expensive, but also the most impactful way to level up your character. And this is purely just if you do have the materials for it, as it is very difficult to actually get enough of these materials to go around. Okay, so as you can see, some of my characters are purple, like him. Okay, so 8th anniversary Ichigo on purple is quite a monster of a character. So I showed you guys earlier the bonus stats. Okay, I just want to remove these 3 links. Give me a second, because otherwise I'm going to be very confused as to who they are linked to. I like to keep my stuff tidy. Where was it? Augment. Okay. Let me just remove these 3. Anyways. So, Transcendence. This is by far the most impactful leveling that you will have on your character when it comes to stats and power. Okay, because as you can see here, I have 1073 attack, which is not bad actually. It's quite decent, to be honest. She has quite a bit of attack. So if I go to this and upgrade this, the Transcendence slot, as you can see, the first upgrade already takes 10 small scrolls, power, because that represents the red, and it takes 3 Hogyokus. Now in the beginning, you're not going to have enough materials to burn through to have this. Okay, this is after months of grinding that you can actually have enough materials to burn through, especially the Hogyokus. These things, well, if you're going to be grinding for your crystals and such, you shouldn't be too bothered by them. But anyways, as you can see, the moment you go from 2 to 3, now all of a sudden you're using affiliation scrolls, which is another thing. Now, all of a sudden, from 3 to 4, you're using scrolls, more small scrolls, and medium scrolls. More. Now you're using a lot. Now you're using large scrolls, golden scrolls, and awakened Hogyokus. And that's going to just keep on ramping up until level 10. So most of my characters actually that I use for linking and for stats and stuff like that, I actually just take up to level 9. Because the essence scrolls, there's a very big limit to how much you can actually get of these per month. You can get some of them through Chronicles, you can get them through the Extreme Co-op, you can get them through raids. And yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of sources of it, but when every single character has 5 slots, all of a sudden, you know, getting 10 a month is not a lot. So if you're going to be using your character as a link, get them to 9 if you have the bonus resources to spare, of course. And this gets very expensive real quick, as you can see. So that's everything you're going to use just to get this character's attack to level 9. Now, of course, they need to do this for focus as well. Same thing. It's also going to use silver scrolls, golden scrolls. Then if you had a third slot, so in other words, you had a duplicate of her that you put into her, you're going to be doing it again and again and again, up until you have this last slot open. Now, that last slot represents a free slot. So in case of Mamugetsu here, you can see I already maxed out everything on him because he's a phenomenal character. Now this slot is a slot where you spin a lottery to get bonus stats. Yeah, let's just call it bonus stats. Okay. Now these points you get from actually using fodder into your characters, or you get them from the limit break event that pops up every now and again. So these points, you use 20k of them to spin once. If you're lucky, you know, you get the correct thing that you want. Now, of course, once again, a SP character like him, you want a SP, a 2-star, 3-star SP. If you can't get SP, focus is the next best thing. Now, the same goes for attack characters. If it's an attack character, you want attack on the slot. And focus is the next best thing. Do not care for health. Do not care for the opposite attack value. It really is, once again, the correct order of what you're going to put into your character, pretty much. What I mean by that is, I put in SP here. So ideally, I want SP on this slot as well. I put in focus. I want ideally focus on the slot as well. Once again, there is a slight difference when it comes to Brave Battle characters, and I might just cover that now, just so you guys don't get confused about it. But the meta changes so much in Brave Battles that I don't even want to cover it, because they just power creep the holy living hell out of that thing. It's stupid actually, but anyways. So yeah, that is how you get these up. Now these materials are bi-weekly. You can only get them weekly. Those scrolls, the silver scrolls, the power attribute scrolls, all those things, you can only get them weekly. And you get them from, once again, go to power up, you know, Transcendence practice. So as you can see here, this one will award me small and medium scrolls, purples, and also silver, soul reaper, and captain scrolls. Then of course the next one is different, next one is different, next one is different, next one is different. Okay. Then there's also the Transcendence refinement grounds, which will net you the large scrolls and gold scrolls. Now, these scrolls can be gotten through other means. So you can get them from your extreme co-ops, which is only in once a month, I think. Also raids. The raid reward shop is very good for these. And then scrolls and essence scrolls, you can get them from Chronicles. Now, Chronicles is a very different type of game mode, and I'll show that in a second. But just know that these are very difficult to gather in a large amount. Or is it? It actually isn't. Why do I say that? Well, the achievement system. Once again, this system, right, is absolutely mind-bogglingly, stupidly overpowered. Why? Instead of having those scrolls once a week that you can get them once a day. And by a much larger quantity than you would get them once a week. And it's for each attribute. That is why I put so much emphasis on the stupid damn achievement system. Do this. Link slots, link transcendence, these 90 transcendence scrolls of each attribute and size per day. The link slot potions, golden scrolls, super pots, silver scrolls, and droplets. These are the most important things to do in the game when you start this game and in your future. This is by far the most important things. You can, if you really want to, you can put in the, where's the Acer scroll? It's in here somewhere. Characters other, no, Acer scroll. There you go. And Transcendence other. There's an option for getting 1 Essence Scroll every 3 days as well. So you can get 10 Essence Scrolls essentially a month for free just by playing 5 tickets a day. So do this. This is your most important to do. These two by far. And then, yeah, it goes basically in this order. So just be aware that I'm putting emphasis on it because it changes from a weekly thing to a daily thing, and it is phenomenal. It is so much better than just waiting it for every single week. Like, I've not done those missions in months because I don't need to. I have more than enough resources. So just a heads up when it comes to these power up quests and the scroll quests. There's quite a few rules when it comes to these. So let's just log into this one. So the rules in this one. Once again, your characters need to be 555. And well, for the small scrolls, that's about it. However, the large scrolls have a little bit different parameters when it comes to the rules. And that is because some of these damn things, Iron Skin, some of them had enemies that can dodge, etc, etc. Enemies here have poise, so you can't even stun them if you don't have a poise break character. There's so many rules when it comes to these things that I would recommend that you by far use your strongest unit, of course, to run it. But also somebody that has some finesse to him, if that makes sense. So a character like 8th Anniversary Ichigo is perfect for running those things because he has Frenzy plus 3, he has Read All Affiliation Dodges, he has Poise Break, as you can see, he has Sharpshooter, in other words, he cannot be blocked. He has it all. He's literally the perfect runner when it comes to content in this game. He has 2 status elements, he has basically infinite health because of his drain, he weakens enemies. He's just all around one of the best characters to use in your raid slot. But once again, mine is also purple. So yeah, but that is pretty much it, guys. There's not much more that you can do to make your characters really much stronger. Just remember to link characters to your character. Like in this case, you would link these characters to your character to make them a lot stronger. What the hell happened to my Ichigo? Why is he robbed of everything? That's strange. Okay, weird. Oh, I think it's because null. I put up the null setup. That's why. Yeah. Anyway, so the thing is, you want to have these links also very strong. So you would invest in these links. As you can see, this Chad that I've linked on my Bambietta is actually a purple character. So in other words, I went through all my resources, well, a bunch of my resources, just to get his stats up to be higher so that I can link it to my Bambietta over there. As you can see, his stats, everything, it's very high. Now, of course, I want this slot, this last slot over here, to be on SP instead of defense, but for now, it is what it is. I'm not going to be too bothered by it. So his stats are actually very high. And if you look at when I go to my Bambietta, she's unfortunately only 1 out of 5. You can see that if I do take off my Chad, look at my stats, 1416, take him off, all of a sudden I'm at 985. So he makes an absolutely colossal difference in my total stats and all my damage that I'm going to deal, just because of the fact that I actually invested into him. So don't just invest in your main characters that you're going to be running as your headstones of your teams. Invest in the links as well. This is the way to get your character stronger. make your links strong as well. And that is why I put so much emphasis on the achievement system. Why is my Ichigo also robbed of all this stuff? Anyways, don't know what's going on with my characters. I'll need to sort them out. But yeah, so this is the way that you're going to get your characters real strong. And the nice thing is, if you're doing it like I'm doing it, where I only have one very powerful team member to basically lead the team, you don't really need all that much in the way of linking power, because you only going to have one character. If you're doing it like some of my friends do it, where they have 3 characters in every single team, that's very strong. They need to have 9 characters in total to link, that are also very strong, because otherwise they're basically doing in the rest of the characters. So always want 3 characters on this main character that's very strong and give a lot of bonus stats. Now, of course, this is way in the future talk. Just starting the game, hell, link whatever you can, man. I'm gonna be honest, it's a struggle in the beginning, but try to at least match up the colors and be sure to have the correct things linked. Don't link strong attack damage on a NAD character. That's not gonna help you whatsoever, and you are starting out with a very rocky foundation then for this game. But yeah, I don't think there's much more that I can cover in terms of how to get your character stronger and where to farm the materials for them. I'll just show you guys real quick the shop. I don't want to go into summons, my apologies. So the shop itself, you can buy the accessory materials. Coins, here we go. So as you can see here, accessories. There, you can buy some brushes every single month. 5 brushes, not enough, but yeah. Book of Secrets, Evolution Powder, etc, etc. So if you're just starting out the game, I highly recommend you actually buy all of these, because of the fact that, well, you can't, to my knowledge, you cannot farm them as well as you did in the past. So that kind of sucks. And then, of course, you get the Chronicles. Now, I'll quickly touch up on Chronicles. Chronicles are only really worth doing if you have the bonus characters for this. Otherwise, you're going to dump so much into your tickets. You're going to eat through your soul orbs just to be chasing 2 essence scrolls every single month. Well, a little bit more. I think it's 6 you can get a month. Yeah, 6. So this is only really worth it to do if you have the bonus characters, and it's on double as well. So Chronicle quest is something you unlock after, I think, chapter 3 of the main story. And every single Chronicles part, there is 3 parts in total. As you can see, yeah, part 1, part 2, part 3. And basically at the end of each of these parts, that you get a free chapter. Now this free chapter is essentially 3 quests, which represent every single one of the resources. Just a bronze, silver, and gold. Okay, so this is chapter 1. Bronze, silver, gold. Now, every single one of these chapters also have their own bonus units. So these will give you 100% bonus fragment drop rates, these 2, so that's will be 200%. And then if you add Uru, that's another 100%, so that's 300% bonus. This, same thing here, as you can see. Bonus fragments, bonus fragments. I don't have the characters, they are extremely old characters. Over here, luckily I have 2 of them, so that's 200% bonus fragments, but overall it is really not worth grinding if you do not have the characters for it. Trust me, you're gonna eat through all of your damn tickets, and if that's what you want to do, go for it. If you want to spend your daily 50 tickets on it, now more power to you, man. I can't do that. That sounds painful. But yeah, as well, 3 characters. As you can see here, I actually have quite a bit. I have him and him, which is nice. Bonus characters here, I literally have Renji, and I just got him the other day. Over here, these are all very old characters, as you can see. These are all resurrected by now. They are so damn old, man. And then I think chapter 3 or part 3, I do have most of the bonus characters, I want to say. Yeah, I have 2 of them. Yeah, I have 2 bonus characters as well, and yeah, I have 2. Yeah, so this chapter would be worth it to farm for your fragments if you had 2 characters per mission. But yeah, it's, once again, like I said, it's very scarce to actually have those characters. They used to actually have Chronicle spins in the game, pulls, where you can actually get the Chronicles characters, but from what I've seen, that was like 3 years ago. So don't put your hopes up on it whatsoever. It's really, it's finicky. If you're gonna bank on that, you're gonna be disappointed, really. But please invest in the achievement system to make your character stronger. It makes the game so much better if you actually invest in it. Trust me. I have, what, like, how many days logged in on this account? I've re-rolled my account a bunch of times before. So, yeah, but I have, how many days? Days in current guild. Where's my login days? I think I went past, but whatever. So, I think I have 180 days logged in. And I have more than enough materials to do most of my characters that I want to do. So, yeah. The achievement system is by far your most important to get your character stronger. But yeah, that's about it, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And if you found it informative, once again, please remember, hit the sub button. It really helps me out a lot. If I did miss anything or there's something that you guys want me to touch up on, please let me know. I'll reply in the comments as I do. And yeah, I'll give you guys further info and insight on that. But yeah, that's how you get your characters stronger and where to find the materials for them. Really, there's no anything else more to cover in terms of it. And I think that's pretty much all there is to cover in Bleach. I don't think there's anything else. So yeah, if there's something else that you guys want me to cover, please let me know. And yeah, I'll see you to it. Have a good one. Thank you all again for watching, and peace out.